Tutorial on knives and pens, so I'm making a tutorial. Okay guys, so first off, your top E string is tuned down to a D, and all the rest stay the same. Okay guys, so first you do 2 strums on the top E string and you palm mute it, just like this. Okay, now you take your middle finger, put it on the 8th fret of the A string, play that without muting it, and then you put those together. Okay, now you do one more strum on the top string. Okay, now you put down your pinky on the 10th fret of the A string. Okay, then you do one more strum on the top string. Okay, now you take your pinky off and play the 8th fret of the A string again. Okay, now you take your pinky and you shift down to the 8th fret. And then you play that one. And then you take your pinky off, and with your ring finger you play the 7th fret of the A string. Okay, now you take your index finger and you play the 5th fret of the A string. Now you take your ring finger, play the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, now you take your index finger and you play the 5th fret on the D string. Okay, now you take your pinky and on the 8th fret of the A string, play that one again. Now you take your ring finger and you play the 7th fret of the A string again. And if you play them all together, it should sound like this. Okay, now slower. Okay, now you take your pinky and you bar the top 3 strings on the 8th fret. Okay, and after you hold that for 2 beats, you slide your index finger to the 8th fret and bar it. And now you play the top string while muted, and then you play the D string on the 8th fret. So now you take your pinky and you put it down on the 12th fret on the A string. And then you play the 8th fret on the A string, and you slide it up to the 10th. And in between all of these, you're playing the 6th one while muted. Okay, now you play with your index finger, 10th fret on the 6th string, play it muted twice. Now you take your pinky, play the 14th fret on the D string. And then now, with your index finger, play on the 10th fret on the D string. And now you do a trill between the third finger on the 12th fret on the D string and your first finger on 10th fret of the D string. Okay, now when you put everything together, it should sound like this. Okay, now you play this part again. And then you slide up. And then you play this part again. But then after that, you slide your pinky up to the 15th fret. And then you do 15th. And on your ring finger, you do 14th on the D string. And then you bar with your index finger on the 12th fret, the top 3 strings. And you play D on the 12th fret. And now with your middle finger on the 13th fret on the A string, you play that. And now you play 12th fret on the A string. And now you take off your second finger off of the A string, play 12. And now you play E on the 12th fret. Well, that was the end of part 1. The intro just keeps repeating like that. I'll have the rest of Knives and Pens coming soon. And love you guys. See you later. Stand and grow and justify.